All right, so we are doing a Marshall Dynasty. So this is going to be episode 1. We're going to see how far we can take this thing. We already got the recruiting board set up and everything. We got a commit right off the bat. Nothing too crazy with his stats. He's a decent player, but then we got a couple other guys. We got a gem in here that we just offered, so hopefully we can get him. Kind of just the bare bones setup here. Nothing too crazy quite yet. This list will hopefully get a little bit bigger as the year goes on. But yeah, we got to win some games to do that, so we'll jump into the first game and get this thing rolling. So we actually are playing an FCS opponent to start the season. So hopefully that means we can kind of work some kinks out and figure out who our team is, because I really don't know a lot about the team. I don't really know. The only thing I do know is they have a really good defensive end, Mike Green, but he's actually not. He actually wasn't a starter, I think, before this year. He actually led college football in sacks. I think he had like 17 or something like that, so he's a stud, but he wasn't a starter before this year, so he's overall is like a 75. So I don't really know how good he's going to be. Hopefully he's a guy we can lean on throughout the year with our run game, but I am thinking this is going to be a running back by committee type team here. Nice little run from Boston here right out the rip, and that's how we're going to score our first touchdown. So that's nice to see because everybody else is manned up, so I do like that, but definitely you can get burnt deep if you're not super smart about what you're doing on that. We do get the pick right on the first series, and it looks like we're going to get 6 more points here. So this is a great way to start the season. Eat their words. So. Little screen here. And that's how they're going to score on their second drive is a little screen to the wide receiver, a little jail to the corners if they're bailing for cover 3. It's pretty easy to see man, but sometimes I think I just throw the ball because I'm not really too sure what else to do. And there's another big play from our offense. That was kind of just a little bit just throw it up and see what happens. That was actually our running back out there. So that's initially he was our number 1 running back, but we ended up bumping him back for the other guy. But hey, we'll take that. That's another 6 points up on the board. Can't complain about a win if we can pull through with this thing. This might be a pick. We couldn't get the pick there. They end up getting like an 80-yard touchdown on the first play of the drive. Defense has not had a couple of good drives here. We had the pick 6 to start it out, and the last 2 drives we've given up pretty long touchdowns. So we got to figure out what we're doing there. Get man coverage here. We're probably not going to. And we end up picking up the first down and much more than that. So the passing game and the running game are coming along pretty nicely. The offense is playing pretty well. Be safe play to run inside the 1-yard line. I mean, we should pick up a yard here. If we don't, we are going to go for it if we don't. All right. We're just going to run the same thing again. We're going to run the exact same play here. So it's 4th and 1. And we don't pick it up, so we're going to give them the ball back on the 2-yard line here. So that's big for them. Obviously, we couldn't pick up the touchdown there. Get a stop here. We're going to send some heat up the middle. We end up getting the tackle for loss, so that's big for us because now we're going to get the ball back. Under 3 minutes left. We're going to get that 2-minute warning as an extra timeout for us. So really, we got 4 timeouts left. So we should be able to get down there and score some points, at least come away with 3. We're going to go for it again here. I think we should be able to pick this up, especially with them being in an odd front. They got the 0 technique, so we should be able to just pick this thing up pretty easily. And we do, and I think, yep, okay, so the 2-minute was before that. So we still got a little bit of time here. We got 1:59 left, just under 2 minutes. I really just want to come away with points. I don't really care about a touchdown. Obviously, that's nice, but... And that just kills you, man. That kills your offense. That's why you really got to slide early in this game, because if you even get touched, if your quarterback doesn't have, like, super high carrying ratings, which most of them don't, he's probably going to fumble that thing. So you really got to... Definitely should have slid earlier there if you want. You lose a rusher, but you kind of gain that extra player that can do those things. And we come away with another pick here, so we're just going to... It looks like we got out of the end zone. I was trying to run back after I already went forward, but either way, I'm not too mad about that because now we can hopefully just run this thing out, or maybe try and pick up 3 points here. We do still have 3 timeouts. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is obviously the ball's on the 1 yard line, so don't want to make any mistakes down here. So all I really had to do was just put some air under that ball, and that was probably going to be a touchdown.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection.
That's really what I was looking for, because now we're kind of getting to that area where if we pick up 30 more yards, we're going to be able to kick a field goal here. I don't know how. My kicking is not super good. That was a really nice catch. We got absolutely drilled coming across the middle there by the linebacker, but we're starting to inch closer to that range where we can feel comfortable about kicking a field goal. And we're going to burn our second timeout. So we got 17 seconds left in the half. We're close enough to kick it. I don't know how far the kicker's range is. We're going to have to just find that out on the fly. And that was a horrible decision throwing that. And he's going to run that thing all the way back to the end zone for a touchdown. So now it's going to be a tie game. And they get the ball back at half. So far, I'm pretty pleased with the way our offense is playing, but not too happy with my defense. We've given up a couple of big plays. Offense, we really just had the one bad play where we threw the pick six, obviously, right before half. Can't do that. Cannot make that mistake again. Now we're all knotted up.
Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket.
I like to see that, getting the defensive line going a little bit. I think that might have been our second sack of the game. So it's good to see them getting moving a little bit. We're going to man everything up here.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
We got extremely lucky there because I think that would have been an easy first down for them, but they unfortunately missed that. And now they're going to try their 3 points here. We know how weird the kicking game is in this game. But it doesn't matter for them. They end up drilling it. So now we're down 3 in the third quarter. We got plenty of time left, but definitely want to see my defense play a little bit better than that. I need to adjust some play calling, go back to the run game a little bit. We got to see if we can get that thing going a little bit again here. Nice little pickup there. We gotta continue to get that run game going. I think that's gonna be big for us the second half. I don't know where my other back is. Okay, this is a different dude back here now, Roberts. He's got some nice little speed on him too. Oh, and he's gonna take this thing all the way to the house. It looks like, unless he gets hawked at the end. He's going to get tackled at the 2-yard line, but a really nice gain there. So now we can hopefully punch this thing in and get 6 points up on the board. And we end up punching that thing in. So now we're going to go up by 4 points here, pending the extra point. That's big for us. And we gotta get a stop here on defense. Be huge for our defense. We got to get the ball back to our offense so we can get another chance to take a nice little cushioned lead. That little Texas route was wide open, though. For sure.
A little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He'll pull it down and run.
They do end up picking up the first down. That would have been nice to stop him there and force him to 3, but they still got to get another 25 yards to pick up a touchdown, so we just got to continue to make some stops here. And this quarterback is starting to kind of just take off every play on us. So we got to figure out. I might have to start throwing in some spies to go ahead and stop him from doing that. When you look at the numbers, we got plenty of rushing yards, good amount of passing yards. We're just not. We threw the pick six. We made some mistakes on defense. So this really, opportunity for us to make a stop inside the red zone this time. And we end up getting the sack there. I thought he was going to take off and run up the middle and pick up a first down like he's been doing, and there's Mike Green, who we were just talking about earlier in the video. One of the best pass rushers coming into the draft. Kind of an unknown guy before this year, actually, but I think he could have a good shot of making some good things happen in the league. We'll see what he does here. They're going for it on 4th down. And the quarterback's going to take off again. I probably should have put on a spy if there was a time to do it. That would have been it.
He's going to pass. Forced out of the pocket.
And he takes off again, and I had him in the backfield there. I just got juked out of my shoes, and now they're going to take a little lead here.
They got a first down. Back to throw. It's quick. Looking left. He's got it.
That was a pretty nice throw. I think we could have probably let him a little bit more there, but I actually thought that was going to get knocked out of his hands there. So I will take that. We're moving the ball pretty well right now. That might get picked off. We got really lucky there that that didn't get intercepted. A good throw might have had it, but I probably should have just checked that thing. We're going to go with the screen here. These are kind of hit or miss.
On third down, he drops to throw. They'll run the screen.
Pretty nice game there. We'll take that. I do like this back too, Ethan Payne. He's pretty good. He's been doing some good things in the passing game. You see there he had 3 catches for 85 yards, I think it was. So he's doing some good stuff there. He's not really getting a ton of carries, but as long as he can contribute in some type of way, I'm going to keep using him. Either do right now. And there you have it. We pick up a touchdown. So now we're going to be up 4 points again, just same situation we were just in. But now there's only 2 minutes left in the game. And they do have all 3 timeouts, plus they have the 2-minute warning. So they're obviously going to have a really good chance to score here. So we're going to have to D up because he just leaves the underneath pretty wide open. But we haven't ran it, I don't think, yet. So hopefully. And that's a huge play by our defense. That should seal the game. Obviously, we're going to have to run this thing out and hope that we don't fumble. But that is absolutely huge for us. It might have just sealed us our first dub of the season. And there you have it. There's our first game of the season. We come out with the win. Kind of a little bit of a nail-biter, but a win's a win. We'll take it. And that'll do it for our first episode of the Marshall Dynasty.